just now already press for the to record. Okay. Okay. So it should be on week 16 or 17 lah. This one week 5th. This one is week 14, 15, 17, week 18. Okay, on week 18. So you have to submit the final dissertation. Okay, together with the logbook and also journal paper to your supervisor, and your supervisor will evaluate. Okay, so as well as you have to submit the final dissertation and logbook to coordinator. Okay, since 5% from the logbook and 5% from the final dissertation. Okay. Okay, so this one in terms of the schedules, please alert with the for each week what you have to which part is yours. Okay, whether you have to submit every chapters or you have to compile and submit last as a final draft to your supervisor. So it's up to you. You have to discuss with your supervisor. Okay. Okay. So for the course learning outcomes, you can download from the e-learnings already upload in the course of learning outcome. And in terms of the grading, actually there is some changes in the what is it, the percentage or the gradings, especially I think it's for dissertations. So I have to check first. I think you have to refer to the what is it, to the course outline, course outcome. Yeah, CLO lah. Let me check first how much is for the percentage for the dissertation. I think it's a 43 from your supervisor. Okay, cannot open. It's okay. But you have to check how the percentage for the dissertation. Logbook and seminar is 5% and oral presentations, yeah, I think it's 35%. Okay, and journal paper is 10%. So you have to remember you have to prepare this journal paper. As well as format and organization. So this is from the coordinators. So is we cover about 25%, okay, of the total marks, okay, for the coordinators, and the rest is from the presentation as well as your supervisor. Okay, so for the thesis organization, okay, so if you look at here for the PSM ones is you write the titles, abstract, English and Malay. Okay, for the international student, I hope that you can ask your friends, Malay friends or Malaysian friends to write abstract in Malay. Okay, or you can ask your supervisor if he or she can prepare for you for the Malay abstracts for the international student. Introductions, okay, literature review, methodology, and expert result. So this is the table of content for PSM1. Okay, for PSM2, we replace that expert result. So we add the result and discussions, conclusion, recommendation, references, and appendices. Okay. So the main part actually is result and discussions. Okay, to see your progress for your project. Okay. So thesis organizations, title abstract without the numberings, reference and appendices without the numberings. So we start the numbering from the from introductions, similarly like proposals. Okay, and for chapter 4 is result and discussion. Chapter 5 is the conclusion and recommendations. Okay, so this is what we will I will give a lecture for each part. Okay, yes. Kejap Okay, can you hear my voice? Sorry.
Yes, Doctor.
Okay. Uh, when I explain about the CLO and also grading, can you hear just now? Yes, okay, thank you. Sorry. Wait ah. I did this one. Kejap eh. Okay, daddy do. Yeah. Jangan. Okay. So so for the thesis titles, okay, please remember not more than 15 words. Okay. No abbreviations. Remember that this is already explained during the first seminar in I think it's the first seminar in PSM1. And the title should be similar PSM1 and PSM2. So if the topic is not similar, so you have to start from the beginnings. Okay, you have to send to the coordinator the new topics. Okay, and also I think just the topics. Okay, because we already grade you for the PSM1. Okay, should be similar. Sometimes supervisor will change, although that the content is the same, but sometimes your supervisor asks you to change the titles, right? So that one is you don't need to change which section, introduction and also methodology. You then have to change for the literature review. Okay, sometimes it's a minor changes on the titles, so there is no problem. Okay, the problem if it change 100% the topics. Okay, so you have to start from the beginnings. Okay. Okay, so selection for of the title actually is uh, I think it's also because even especially if you uh, continue for your master or PhD, so at the end when you the titles that are accepted by the final also is going to be different. Okay, so there's the many uh, revisions on your therapy. So actually this we change many times before we get a final. So the title is should be within your of your study. Okay, like a guest question characteristic of biomass focusing on the difference between species, right? So once you conduct your experiment, right? So sometimes the flow is going to be different. So that's why we change as process mechanism of lignin. Since I'm focusing on lignin, not on the biomass only. Okay, so should be cover represent the content of your thesis, the flow of your thesis or your project report. Okay, I think for PSM is you already know your objective, so it's good lah. So you know already your topics. Okay, what should be summarized is if you look at here, the introduction, problem statement, objective, methodology, and result. This is for the abstracts. Okay, it should be it's like should be concise, clear. Okay, should cover the whole story of your abstract. Okay, especially if the what is it? If you continue for your master and PhD, right? Okay, the panel will read your abstract first. Okay, should cover everything of your the content of your thesis. Okay, so please remember you should contain introduction, problem statement, objective, methodology, as well as result, especially the main finding. Okay, your result. Okay, what is the novelty? So if you look at here, this is the example of my previous students. Okay, I think it's your senior, your super senior 2016. So I just take his I just yes use his project report as a sample for this seminar. If you look at here, that there's an introduction, oil palm bamboo, introduction about the oil palm and the bamboo. Okay, some problem statement here. Okay, this is the in the pink color, right? Okay. However, they are difficult to hydrolyze and converted into other products. Now, see, this is a problem statement. Okay. Ionic is said to be the most ideal introduction about the about the ionic liquid, because his topic is about the liquefaction of oil palm and bamboo as a comparison in using the ionic liquid. Okay, so it should be related with the topics, and then we put the objective. Okay, it should be in only one paragraph. Unlike this one, this was no space. This is just I want to differentiate what should be in the abstract. Okay, so if you look at here that after the objective we put the methodology lah. OPF and bamboo were heated at 120 degrees C for 2 to 24 hours at atmospheric pressure. Why is 224 hours? I think it's 2 to 24 minutes, this one. Okay, and two fractions were obtained. Okay, so just a short explanation about the methodology. Okay, how you conduct your experiment, and then your findings, your result. Based on the result of the analysis, the effectiveness of BMCl in dissolving of OPS was higher than bamboo. So we do the comparison. The main findings we want to highlight in your abstracts. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. Liquefaction 2 to 24 hours. I think it's correct. 2 to 24 hours. Okay. So it should be cover the whole content of your thesis. Okay. Sometimes we put also some future work. Okay. This method is very useful for the what is it? Okay. That is like the future work or some recommendation. Okay. At the end of the sentence before we to close your abstracts. Yeah. Okay. So this is for abstracts. Introductions. Okay. What should be in is introductions. Okay. 1.0. Okay. And then research backgrounds 1.1. Problem statement 1.2. Objective 1.3. And then 1.4 is scope of your study and thesis online. Okay, your project online. Chapter 1, what you gonna do. Chapter 2 is about what literature review, right? And then chapter 3 is about your procedure. Chapter 4 is you discussing about your result, your findings. Okay, that is the outline. Okay, so if you look at here that research backgrounds, okay, 1.1. So since you're for this one, right? Reaction behaviors of oil palm and bamboo in BMCL. So we explain about the oil palm, okay, bamboo maybe in Malaysia, okay, what is the is it abundant or not? How about the amounts? So you can explain in the research background, okay, and then about the cellulose, okay, and as well as ionic liquid lah, because in your topics you use BMCL, this is ionic liquid, right? Okay, and then problem statements. What is the problem that you want to solve? Okay, this is abundant, right? Maybe is previous solvent is difficult to dissolve what is it to separate cellulose, semicellulose, and lignin, because biomass is mainly consists of cellulose, semicellulose, and lignin. And when we use iron liquid, we can dissolve or we can separate the lignin. That's the problem. That's the solution. If we use the conventional methods like acid or alkaline solvents, maybe it's difficult to remove the lignins. Okay, when we use iron liquid, it's more green. Okay, more environmental friendly. So that is the problem statement. Okay, to replace the alkaline solvent and also acid. Okay. So for example, this one, right? However, the crystal structure of cell bamboo makes it difficult to be hydrolyzed, right? So that's why we want to replace the solvent. Okay. And as well as the objective lah. Okay. After problem statements, you have to in order to solve this problem, so you have to objective. Okay, to compare the reaction behavior of OPF and bamboo, as well as to effect the treatment times on the behavior of OPF and bamboo. Okay, these are two on objective. If you three, you have three. Okay, so for the scope of study should be aligned with the objective. If you have two objective, your scope also two. So for example, if you want to prepare the catalyst, right? How you prepare? Prepare to synthesis and also to characterize. Okay, for the scope, scope number one, how to prepare and to characterize. You prepare by using the homogeneous and heterogeneous method or wide impregnation methods, and then you want to analyze by using FISEM, X-ray, XRD, FTIR. Okay, that's scope number two. And then number two, objective number two, to test the catalyst you prepare, right? How you test? Okay, I will test by varying the parameter like a temperature, pressure, what is the range, and that is the scope study, the boundary of your project. Okay, okay. That is about the introduction and abstract. Any questions? Any questions? Before we move to literature review and also methodology.
No
Is it
question.
clear?
It's clear.
Okay. Okay, so it's clear. Literature review, similar like proposal, right? You've done it, okay, in the previous semester. How to write? It should be an introduction, theories, and also previous in the research area. This is what you gonna cite it, okay? Other references. It's like a peeling and onions. It should be have a flow, okay, based on your objective and the titles. If you want to study about the liquefactions, so you have to do the literature review on the liquefaction. Yes? Polish. Okay, you go down. Okay, on the table. Can you open? Okay. Okay. So we start with the 2.0 lah. Okay, 2.0 is about introduction, and then 2.1 is theory. Okay, so this is how you do the table of content for the literature review. Okay, like your proposal biomass, because he study about the reaction behavior of OPF and bamboo. So we explain introduction about the biomass first. Okay, the amount in Malaysia or around the world. Okay, classification of biomass, chemical composition, because you want to liquefy the biomass, so it must be related with the cellulose, hemicellulose, and lignin, because cellulose is if you want to use cellulose, okay, actually cellulose is covered by the matrix of hemicellulose and lignin. So if we want to easily utilize the cellulose, so we have to remove the hemicellulose and lignin. Okay, so because it's very, how to say, yeah, it's packing, okay, physically by hemicellulose. Okay? So after that you can use a cellulose for the, what is it, for the sugar, okay, for the production of any chemicals or biofuels. Okay, actually hemicellulose and lignin also can be converted into any other bioproducts. Okay, so about the oil palm, okay, bamboo, ionic liquid, okay, because we use ionic liquid, okay, ligation of ionic liquid and biomass, and also cellulose, okay, and then cellulose and liquid mechanisms, cellulose product, and so on lah. They all is must be related with your research project, okay, and about your objective and problem statement. Okay, so I think it's clear because you already done it in your proposals. I don't need to explain more deeply for this literature review. Similarly, also for the methodology. So methodology should be past tense, okay? So previously you use the future tense. Okay, will be conducted, will be. So for this one is already a past tense. Okay, simple past tense. So it should be converted. Do not forget to change. Okay, your procedure into the past tense. Okay, the verb is past tense. Okay, what should this cover is introduction 3.0, especially is overall flowchart. This one is important. You have to put your overall flowchart so that we can, at a glance, we can know what is how you conduct your research. Okay, so this is I think we're gonna evaluate the CTPS or not. I'm not sure. I think it's last semester we already evaluate the CTPS. Okay, so that your supervisor and also other panels know what you gonna, how you gonna conduct your research projects in order to achieve your objective lah, to solve your research gap. Okay, and materials, if simulation, maybe the software. Okay, if you use the, what is it, RSM, response surface methodology. Okay, so you have to mention how where you get the software or where you get the materials. maybe you buy the chemicals like ethanols from the uh, Sigma and Sigma Malaysia or Sigma Germany. Okay, and the purity. So you have to okay, purity because many errors. And it is okay, some you also to the okay, yes. Wait sekejap Okay, sorry. Ada ni je. Okay, so where we stop? Okay, let's see. I give you the example. Okay, so this is the examples on the methodology. If you look at here, that we have to write very details of PF or bamboo. Uh, we grind it. Okay, after you grind it, you sieve, right? And then you have to dry. Where you buy the chemicals, so you have to include. If you use software, so you have to include for the simulation. And then the procedure of the liquidation process. This is procedure and also parameter that you're going to investigate. Okay, for example, you have to put the amount, okay, very details. Should be very details, like the ratio, okay, how long you're going to conduct your experiments. Okay, so all the things you have to include the methodology. Okay, and then after you do the analysis. This is for experimentals. I think for the simulation is also similar. How you gonna simulate your experiment, maybe by using exponentials, right? What is the assumptions? Okay, so maybe you can put in the methodology. Okay, so like this one for the analysis products, once we do the fractions, the solvable operation we analyze by using TGA, what is the conditions, okay, and then HPLC, what is the conditions, the instrument condition, right? What is the temperature for the injection, what internal standard that we use if we want to quantify the products produced, because after liquefaction maybe there is a monosugars or a monomer that produced during the liquefaction, okay? So we have to use the internal standard to quantify your product. Okay. Okay. So this is the overall flowchart. Okay. I think you're familiar. Okay. Starting from, I don't think we have to start from the problem statement. Just start from what you're gonna conduct for your experiments. Okay. This one is like a default. Okay. So you start with the, for example, this one, right? Design and construct the crystallizer, experimental setup, and then you study about you characterize the catalyst. Okay, is it characterization is enough or not? If not, we can they have a loop lah here. Okay, so we have to do more characterization. If yes, characterization is complete, you can proceed to the next step lah. Okay, and then you test the catalyst if you study about the catalyst lah. Test the catalyst, what is the parameter? You want to do the optimization by using what software? Statistica. And this one is a optimization software lah, using RSM. Okay, and then N lah. Okay. Okay, all the parameter also you can put it here as a overall flowchart. Okay, so how can you present the schematic diagrams? So this is the examples of to present your schematic diagrams. Okay, I don't know. this one is for what, right? But this is the example, only example. Everything so you have to define, this one like a pump, crystallizer, this temperature display unit, water bath, right? So all this term you have to define. Okay, if you use a numbering 1, 2, 3, and then you can define when you write the figure caption, figure titles. So you can write here what is 1, right, and then 2, and then okay, your figure titles at the bottom of your schematic diagram. Okay, this is another one, figure, right? So this one, right? So if you use this one, you denote as A, B, C, D, F, and G, A now. Okay. So this one, here you put A is what you define. Three-way selectable switch. B. Okay. So it must be clear. Your figure, your titles, and as well as your schematic diagram, and also okay, this is how you present the tables. Okay, a horizontal line, 2 horizontal line on the top, okay, and 1 horizontal at the bottom, and the title should be on the top, okay, for figure at the bottom right. Okay, must be consistent. If you want to use a figure like this one, right, fully blocked like a block, right, right. Okay, should be considered for the whole manuscript. Okay, if you choose this type, you choose all your type of the tables for the whole manuscript should be this type. If you choose this type, you have to choose this one. This one A, this one B. You can choose either one, but for me, I prefer this one. Much more beautiful. Okay. Actually, this is about the methodology and also how you present your table and figure. Any questions? Ada soalan tak? Tak ada? Is it clear? Okay. So it's clear, right? I think all of you already know how to write your project report. So I'm not really how to say. I think everything is fine. Okay. Okay. So let's see result and discussion. What to include? Similarly, you should start with the introduction. Okay, 4.1 result and discuss accordingly. Sometimes some template they separate result and discussion, but for UTM template is together result and discussion. Okay, and graphic and illustration including the tables. Okay, your result, the main finding, what you are gonna discuss, what is your what is it, your output from your project. Okay, this is what you're gonna discuss here. Okay. So this is an example how you discuss. Okay, generally we will discuss the result first. Okay, how you present the figure. Look at here, right? Because we want to make a comparison. This is how you present the figure. Okay, you can combine if there is a different parameter here, right? Times, right? 0 hour and 24 hours. After 24 hours of liquidation, what happens? So you can see, we can see the differences. Okay, when we want to compare between two materials, right? OPF and bamboo. So we can how to say, we can compare at at the same times. Okay, no need to separate by page. Okay, this one is one page and this one was one page. That is the presenting of the that kind of the figure is not good. Okay, actually it's depending on your storyline and also what you want to discuss, right? Like this one, I highlight here so that the reader can understand. Directly we can compare at what 2 theta, okay, is the crystalline structure, right? Okay, if you look at here that bamboo have a crystalline structure, similarly also for the OPF lah. But we cannot compare in terms of the peak height. Okay, but there is a crystalline structure. Look at here that bamboo bamboo is after the after the liquefactions, okay, actually it's become more amorphous, this one, okay, because it's become a broadband. Okay, and the effect is much more on OPF. Seems like much more on OPF, much more than that. Okay. So we can get serial method when before after signals, and as you explain the question also, there's like a small combustion. Why is decreased after the liquefaction? The peaks. Okay. Why? Why? So you have to discuss. First, you discuss the result. For example, this one, right? Cellulose 1 structure were observed at 15.7, 22.6. Okay. Present of undisturbed crystal structure. Okay, you explain. Here should be you cannot only presenting result, but you have to discuss why after liquidations the structure is become amorphous. Okay. Okay, maybe the what is it? The structure is destructured, right? Okay, it degraded, something like that. Okay. Okay, and then your figure should be standalone. Okay, like this one, right? The crystal structure of OPF and bamboo should explain the your figure. Okay, this one, your figure caption. Okay, so this is another example of the figure one. Okay, and okay, the in presenting your figure between paper and oral presentation generally is difference. Okay, if for paper you can use a legend, you know, right? Legend, and for the oral presentation is we can put how to say? Let me share this one. This I have sharing this one. Let me share. Come on. Can you see this slide? Okay. I hope that you can see lah. Boleh nampak tak slide? Boleh. Okay. Sekejap eh. So how you present actually is different. For example, this one. Okay, you have this kind of the problem. You have this kind of problem. Yes? Wait. Okay, if you look at here, this is the problem. Reaction times 150 degrees C. Sekejap. Aduh. Yes, wait. Lama hang pula. Tak? Hello? Boleh dengar tak? Boleh respon tak? Hang lah. Boleh dengar respon?
Boleh doktor.
Okay. Okay, you have this kind of the problems. Okay, reaction time, different temperature. How you present your graph for the oral as well as for your paper or your thesis lah. It should be different actually. Okay. If you look at here, if you want to present your paper, okay, you have this kind. You transfer like this one, right? You convert to the this one, this figure, right? Okay. Actually, this one is only suitable for the presentation. You put the title here. Not only the title, the for each temperature to do the comparison. Okay. But for the paper, see, you can put legend under here. Okay, or you can put here lah. So you make another one. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how you present. Okay. Yang ni boleh dengar tak? Hello?
Boleh dengar doktor.
Okay, sorry. Nasib baik saya ada 2 laptop. Okay. Memang prepare saya dekat rumah. So, ada masalah sikit. Okay, let me share again. Okay, so this is how you present your figure and tables. So that's why it's easy to make a comparison when you do a presentation, so audience can easily to see this one, to do the comparison. Okay, or you can differentiate with the color. Okay, the presentation of your figure and figure should be different between your thesis as well as your PowerPoint. Okay, now the ones how to make a good uh, 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 what is it, good figure, right? Something like that. You have this result. So this one is difficult of the constitution of the methods in biomass, right? In organics. Okay, how can we make it much better, right? So look at here, right? Well, let's find out the problem, right? Look at here, right? The correction. So we try to, so we separate, right? And then this one is too many KEV, right? Repetition. So, right? And then you put, okay, just enlarge. Okay, this one if you want to present as a for your PowerPoint. Okay, wait, okay, see, just make it only one. Okay, so this is the example, and then you put up here. Okay, so you can differentiate. So you enlarge if you want to present your PowerPoint. Okay, if your for your paper maybe it doesn't matter, it's okay. Your legend here. Okay, just using this one. Okay, this is for your paper. Okay, but you have to delete this one KEV. KEV you have to make it only one, no repetition. So it's become much clearer. Okay, so this is how you present. Okay, okay. So I think this is clear how you present your figure and tables. But later, other coordinator will give a seminar on how to present your result and discussion more details. Okay. So for now, I just explain about the thesis. Okay. Let me share this one. Okay, so this is how you present your figure, just like now. Okay, similarly, this one is if you do the RSM optimizations. Okay, similarly, it should be clear. Okay, so that reader can understand. Okay, any questions to present your result discussions? If not, we move to the conclusions and recommendations. Okay, so I think it's clear. Let's see, the conclusion and recommendation should answer your objective. Conclude based on the objective. Do not repeat result. Okay, what you can conclude or summarize from your research project, right? And then recommendation for the future research. Do not recommend on how to minimize or avoid experimental error. Okay, for example, if you want to do the recommendations, maybe for example, you study biomass, right? Or maybe you study about the model compound of the cellulose, and then you want to, as a future study, you want to apply by using what is it, the real biomass. Okay, because cellulose not exactly can be, for example, just like now, right? You want to liquefy, right? You want to liquefy cellulose by using a cellulose. You want to liquefy cellulose, but in real situation, I think or to save the times, you want to liquefy the biomass. Okay, okay, so something like that. Okay, okay. So how to cite? Please follow UTM standard. Okay, using a Harvard style and not different way to cite original book, patent, and cover paper. Website is not preferred. Okay, please avoid like Wikipedia. Okay, www. What is it? wikipedia.com or something. You can, if possible, something, a primary source like a journal book. Okay, this is what we prefer. Okay, so this is the example of the references from the UTM format. Okay, authors, titles, and then journal, volumes. Okay, and then page number. Okay, this one already explained. Okay, and general formattings, times New Romans, I'm not sure. I think this one is correct one. Maximum 100, minimum 50 pages. Okay, that's it. Okay, now it's no more hardcover, no more hardbounds. So you have to send to as a soft copy. Okay, if your supervisor asking you for the hard copy, he or she should should the one who responsible for the cost. Okay, you just send for the soft copy. It's not compulsory for the hard one. Okay. Okay, for the submission to the library, we will give you the link. Okay, library. Even a library is a soft copy also. There's no hardcover anymore. Okay, it's hardcover. We know this one. No more hardcover. Okay, but if you want to, keep it for yourself as hardcover, you can send. You can do that. Okay, it's up to you. Okay, but it's not compulsory for hardbound anymore. Okay, we already inform our lecturers also. Okay, this one I think. So please download UTM thesis manual from the SPS. I think the latest format is 2018. Okay, and this one is for the journal paper. Paper later there's another seminar on the how to write journal paper. Okay, you can download the template from the journal technology. Okay, submission package, and what you should cover is just introduction, method, result discussion, and also conclusion, acknowledgement, and references. Okay, this is all I'm going to cover for the general paper. So this one will be a next seminar. Okay, maybe Dr. Nuzita will be any issues regarding on how to write the dissertation. Similarly, just like to propose the additional sessions. Okay. Any questions? Soalan nak? Presenting on the table also should be clear for the oral presentation, as well as actually to present your table and figure in your thesis or paper, as well as for the presentation, is really this is difficult actually. Okay, you have to know your storyline, you have to revise many times. Okay, that's what I did when I did my PhD. Okay, so difficult. Okay, it's take time, not really just you copy and paste and then you put in your PowerPoint slide or paste it in your thesis. Okay, there's a specific size, there's a rule uh, for the PowerPoint slide. The size of the font should be 16 or 18 minimum. Okay, for one slide. And for the thesis or paper, we have to measure how to say, they have a template, the size of the figure we already measure. Okay, and I know the margin for the paper also, for general paper. Okay, the template. Not simply just copy your result, and sometimes your result is the raw data, so you have to convert it into secondary data so that a reader can easily understand your result. Okay, for example, you have a data in GCMS in terms of the DC chromatogram, right? Okay, so you have to calculate the peak area and then make it as maybe a bar style or the line style. Okay, or you can present it in as a table. Okay, any questions?
Doctor, I have a question.
No questions. Is it clear?
Doctor, I have a question.
The selection of the color also important if you do our presentation. Okay. Not too dim, okay, not too bright. Okay, the combination of the color also we have to consider. But for general paper or thesis, sometimes it's just black and white. So
Hello, Doctor.
mostly black and white. Okay, so it seems like everybody is clear with with this seminar. So based on the schedules of next seminar will be week 9. Okay, on 16 I think it's on December. Okay, so seminar on how to write agendas. Okay, the seminar will be given by Nurzita. So I think if no question for those who still not scan the QR code, please scan the QR code for your attendance. Okay. Dr. Iqmal ada soalan apa dia Iqmal? Someone to ask. Iqmal, apa dia? Oh, apa dia tu? How do we present our final project to the result and conclusion within the time frame, the final presentation? How do we present our final project? What do you mean? Boleh open mic? After you getting all your result, you can present. Oh, already 10 minutes. Okay. Okay, for me lah kan. Kalau saya lah, for me kan. I will comprise introduction, literature review, objective and scope just around below than 5 slide. But for me generally lah, saya akan suruh student saya around 3 slide because in one slide you can explain your problem statement, literature review, and as well as your literature review lah. Okay, your introduction, especially your introduction, and then the next slide is your objective or your problem statement, and then your objective. So it's just a 3 slide. Objective, you can verbally explain your scope, or you can combine your objective and the scope in one slide. Okay, or problem statement, objective, and scope you can combine. Okay, or you want to make introduction first, and then literature review is just one slide. It's possible. It's just main point for your literature review. So 3 slides, and then methodology. I just generally I want prepare just 1 or 2 slides for the methodology. Okay, because overall flowchart is represent all your method, all your procedure. So you just explain verbally slowly. So you have to remember that you have 10 minutes, okay, and you prepare around 10 to 15 slides. So meaning that one slide is about 1 minute or 30 seconds. If you prepare 20 slides or 30 slides, how you will explain for each slide? Okay, and then slide number 3, 4, 5, right? Okay. Maybe introduction, so concept objective, maybe 2 slides. Methodology, 1 or 2 slides, and the rest is your result and discussion. That's all. What is the main point? Okay. So you have to arrange your result based on the storyline, based on your objective. For example, if your objective first is to prepare and characterize, and the second objective is to test based on the parameter. Okay, you arrange now. Generally, if we can characterize the catalyst by using TGA, okay, or BET, or one slide BET. Okay, and then FTIR, another slide, and then you test, right? Test to see whether your catalyst can convert or can convert the reactor or not. Okay, for example, like that. And then you move to the next slide. After characterization, you focus on the study on the parameters. Okay, you study about the different in the time and temperature. Okay, so you can fix it for one graph is for the temperature and another one is for times. So you can put in one slide. Okay, and then for the effect of catalyst loading and what is it? What else? Maybe other parameters. Okay, you can put in one slide. Okay, so just make it simple like this one, right? How you comprise the data in one slide. Just now I show you, right? Not generally the good. Stop sharing. Okay, this one, right? Something like this one. This one, something like that. Okay. Or you can do like this. Make it simple in one slide. You make it simple. So in for this template, now is a PowerPoint slide template is more to where is it? Like a rectangle, right? This one is more to square. Right? So this one is with this template, we can put maximum for your one slide maximum lah. Kalau audience boleh nampak is maybe 4 to 6 lah. But for me, I will suggest to put 2 figures in one slide, just like this one. And this one is much better, very nice one. But you have to arrange your result. 10 minutes, 12 slide, maximum 15 slide. It's enough already for your presentation. Especially you have to skip your literature part. You compress it into one or two slides. And methodology, one slide is enough already. One or two. Is enough. Okay? You can explain everything there. You didn't show everything in your slide. It's based on your storyline actually. What you want to present. Is it clear, Hikmah? Dia tak faham? Faham tak, Hikmah? Okay, thank you. Later you can see your supervisor, so you will get it. He or she will get it. For my student. Okay. Any more questions before we stop? Okay, if no question, that's all. Thank you very much. Within 1 hour for the seminars, and see you again on the next seminars. I will update in the evenings. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.